Hey PAP. So I'm gonna go over some elements of fiction, and I need you to take notes on this because you're gonna need this tomorrow for the activity that we're going to do. Okay. So the first one is characterization, and the writers present and reveal characters. They can do it by kind of contrasting each other in order to let their true colors show. Okay, so that's how they kind of come to grow, and we kind of see, okay, well, who is this person? And sometimes different characters can bring that out. Okay, so we also do have characters in fictional stories, just like when you read of Mice and Men. We have Lenny, we have George, we have Curly, we have all those awesome people. Irony. Sometimes it's in there, sometimes it's not, but sometimes it does play a big part in it. So it may appear fiction in three ways: in the work's language, in its incidents, or in its point of view. Irony always involves contrast or discrepancy between one thing or another. So the contrast may be what it's said, like verbal irony, what is expected to happen and what really happens, that's situational irony. And then what the character believes, and then what the reader understands to be true. That's dramatic irony. Okay, so we have a plot. We have exposition, that's the setting, that's the background info, all that fun stuff. The rising action, it's leading up to the climax. There's going to be some things in there that kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Okay, we have the climax, that's the highest point in the story. That's where everything after that just falls. Okay, that's why the next thing we have is falling action. Falling action are the things that's leading up to the conclusion or the resolution, and then we have the resolution. What's the final outcome? What happens? What ends? And how is it? Is there a problem solved? Or does it leave you on the cliffhanger? Okay, there's those things too. Point of view. Y'all know point of view. We have first person, second person, third person, or omniscient. Okay, so those are things. First person is you're telling the story. Y'all know all that stuff. We have setting. That's in the plot map that we talked about just a little while ago. Where's the story happening? What time, what place? Maybe it's a rainy day in Seattle in 1969, and maybe there's going to be a football game that day. Okay, so you can make it as detailed as you want. Style is the way the reader writes. There's a lot of awesome authors out there that have really different ways of writing, and they have different styles of writing. They choose to use words. They arrange them in sentences and longer units of discourse. So it's not like, how we would normally write for English. Sometimes that's their way of writing. Like it's real choppy or it's real long, and it kind of just like keeps going and keeps going. That's some stuff too. Symbol is a person, object, image, word that evokes a range of additional meanings beyond and usually more abstract than its literal significance. So like today when we talked about to a mouse, we talked about how the plow kind of represents life and how it kind of digs us up and comes unexpectedly and makes things happen that either could be bad or good. So it's kind of a symbol. Okay, theme, the central idea and meaning of a story. We talked about that too in class. And then tone, we talked about that also. It's kind of an emotion that makes the reader talk a certain way. So it's kind of, it could be about a subject, about people or places or events. The tone can be sad, happy, we talked about those things, but make it more abstract than just those easy little tone words that we talk about. Okay, so make sure you take notes over this because we're going to need it tomorrow. We're going to be working on a alternate scene with your group, so just be ready for what we're going to do tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Don't forget to tell your friends to check their homework. Okay, bye you guys.